Welcome to another episode of the Hot
Seat
Pod, brought to you by the Run the Play Network. I'm your host, Anthony. I got my boy, the number one Bronco fan in the world, Wilson Wang, doing your thing. How you doing, brother?
Yes, indeed. We're doing great, man.
Brand new. We've got no keys.
Sheesh.
Today. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say today, too.
Today? Go ahead, then. You do it. You got it.
Today we got a little bit of a award show for you guys, you know.
There we go.
We've drawn up some awards. We've actually posted it on, Instagram for you guys
Yeah.
to look at. Got some polls for you guys to choose from. But me and Anthony today, we'll be talking about our picks. Some interesting picks for you guys. So, yeah.
First ever annual RTP Awards. I got the fan votes all written down here, too. So
Okay.
I'll let you know who wins the fan votes. You can let me know what you think about that. But yeah, man, we got our RTP awards. Let's just kick it off, man. I'm thinking we start off with a bang, with the most disappointing player of the year. We start with the most disappointing. We end with the least valuable player.
Let's do it.
Most disappointing player of the year. The fan vote award goes to CJ Stroud. And that's valid because that's who I picked for the award as well. CJ Stroud, my dog, obviously, but he had 7 more interceptions than last year. Lower completion percentage. 40 more passing attempts with 300 less yards. Sacked 14 more times, which is not, like, all on his fault, obviously, but some of that is on his fault because he holds the ball too damn long. And that's all in less games from last season. Last season he played 15 games. This season he played 17. So that's my award winner. But did you have something different, something the same?
No, it's a very valid award winner right there. I think most people would pick that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so coming to the season, obviously CJ Stroud is very disappointing, but I actually have something different.
Okay.
And before I say it, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Michael Pittman.
That's a great honorable mention.
Honorable mention to Michael Pittman. I think you and me, we kind of understand right there. And I think a lot of people that drafted him in fantasy really understand.
Fuck him, dude.
Yeah, so one of the biggest disappointments. But my biggest disappointment of this year goes to Mr. 4-year and $180 million contract, Kirk Cousins.
Kirko bangs,
Now
Kirko chain.
bench Kirk Cousins.
Damn.
There's no excuses here. And at least for our other nominees, CJ Stroud and Tyreek Hill, we actually have some excuses,
And the Jets didn't have an excuse either, though. They were a nominee for the fan vote.
That's true. But, that's like a whole team, so there's
That's
other
true.
aspects to it. But, CJ, obviously, he has a bad line.
Uh-huh.
He finished second in getting sacked. And Tyreek had pretty much bad quarterback play like half a season. So, you could say those were the reasons. But Kirk Cousins, there's no excuses, man.
Terrible.
He got paid with a big contract, and now it's going to go to waste for him getting benched for a rookie coming in.
An old-ass rookie, bro. When they drafted Penix, I feel like there was no real talk of him starting this year.
Yeah.
It was more like a safety valve for if Kirk gets hurt. But, bro, I think if Penix started the whole year, they'd be a playoff team.
Dude, I feel like Atlanta must have seen something in training camp after they signed Kirk.
Yeah.
And he was practicing, and they were like, "Oh man, this is not our guy."
We fucked up. Yeah, because it's not like they have him go out there and practice in front of them, and then they're like, "We'll sign you."
Yeah.
That's all in boardrooms and shit.
Yeah. So it sucks, man. But that's gotta be my most disappointing player of the year right there.
Yeah, he killed the Atlanta Falcons season, bro. Sadly.
Yeah.
But we could go on to the next award. The Get Him Help Award.
Get him help.
Get Him Help. Some nominees from the fan voting were Bryce Young, Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby. The fan award winner was Bryce Young.
My guy.
Get Bryce Young help. Did you have Bryce Young as your award winner?
Yes, sir. Get him some help, baby.
Okay.
I think all the other guys on the list. Who'd you say? Myles Garrett
and Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. So those are like guys on the defensive end. I feel like when it comes to defense, obviously it's 11 guys on the field, but there's only so much like you could like compliment as the player over there. For a quarterback, you need a lot of help. You need a good line. You need some weapons. You need a good backfield to help you out. I think Bryce Young needs all of that right now on the Panthers. So he's the guy, that's really had a really bounce back year, and his ability to work with like a lot of these guys with the team right now is kind of amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a different approach from where I took it. I picked Max Crosby for the award because I feel like that man has never had help his whole career, and even that fucking team shipped off help.
No, they really did.
He had nothing. He's never had anything. I feel like he could be in that conversation of top edge rusher if he was on a good defense. But, like, the Raiders just haven't given him help ever. Bryce Young, like, the time's going to come where he gets help eventually, I feel like.
Yeah.
But Max Crosby, like, we've never seen Max Crosby with help.
I see how you're saying that now. You're saying like as a whole team. Like, he's never had help.
Get that man some fucking help.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be a while, honestly, and I hope they can get a good quarterback.
Yeah.
This offseason, whether it be in the draft or they sign someone.
Any quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
They are prime position for JJ or Justin Fields or Darnold or one of those guys that's probably gonna be out this season.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett. The next award we could talk about is the best celebration. The nominees were Cam Bynum, Ray Gun Olympic Dance, the Vikings Camp Rock, and Amon-Ra's Headstand. My award winner for this award was the Vikings Camp Rock celebration. Camp Rock.
So my my winner is the Amon headstand. So,
okay.
Because every time I think about like a headstand, or not like a headstand, well, actually a headstand now too, but like any kind of silly in the NFL, like I just think about that. I think part of it is also because like I watched it live, and when I first watched it, I just started like cracking up so bad.
He stole it though.
Yeah, from a guy in college, right?
Yeah, stolen celebration.
Well, I feel like a lot of those
we throw the flag.
I feel like a lot of those celebrations are though. They just like get it from college or like.
I don't think anyone's ever hit Camp Rock.
It's from like a movie though, right?
Camp Rock?
Yeah. So,
I guess.
They always get it from something.
Yeah.
So, who was the fan favorite? What was the fan favorite?
Vikings Camp Rock.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that one went the most viral this year.
Yeah. No.
So, but the Amon-Ra headstand is funny. Did you see the picture I put in the graphic? It's just like his helmet backwards. That's so funny, dude.
Dude, yeah, it's not a lot of people can do that.
No, not a lot of people can do that. The next award to talk about, this was a great award. I'm glad you cooked this one up because this one I felt like was the toughest for me to pick out a guy. The Deep Threat of the Year award. The fan nominations were Christian Watson, prayers up towards ACL, Jameson Williams.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they announced it this morning.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Christian Watson, Jameson Williams, and Alec Pierce. And the winner was Jameson Williams, which actually was a surprise to me. I thought Alec Pierce would win it.
Yeah, I thought Alec Pierce would win it, yeah.
Who did you put?
I actually picked Alec Pierce as well.
Yeah.
And this came with a little bit of research as well. But if I didn't do any research, I probably would have picked Jameson Williams, honestly. Yeah. Or like Marvin Mims.
I wanted to put Marvin Mims on it, but when I did research, I think Watson, Williams, and Pierce were the three highest yards per catch or something like that.
Yeah. And then I really liked Rashid Shaheed. I feel like if he played a whole season, he definitely would have won it.
Really?
Yeah, because that guy all I think about is just deep balls.
That's all he does.
He was like Deshaun Jackson coming to the season. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean Alec Pierce, he was averaging. I think he leads the league actually.
He does.
In 22.3 yards per catch, which is crazy, and he's also 181th place in yards after catch.
So he just doesn't do nothing after the catch. Just catches the deep ball.
Yeah, he just. Anthony Richardson just launches it, and he just catches it, bro.
Joe Flacco, too. Joe Flacco hooked him up this week, I think. Because when I looked at that stat, I think he was at 20.8 But I think Joe Flacco hit him with a bomb and
it
put
went up. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Like this guy is the definition of a deep threat.
A week 18 deep threats getting you up there for sure. I actually went with someone off ballot.
Okay.
I took Jalen Coker.
Okay.
I feel like every time I turn on the TV, Jalen Coker caught a deep ball. And I think his yards per catch would have been higher if he started off the season better, but he's a rookie.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a monster, bro. He made Bryce Young look good. Like, Bryce Young, I mean, not like that. Like, not dissing Bryce Young. But he was Bryce Young's, like, number one option. Dude, this is tweaking. Did mom text something again?
No, I just love the water upstairs.
Oh, okay. Bryce Young, I feel like his favorite like deep weapon was Jalen Coker, and I don't think Bryce Young has an amazing deep ball, but Jalen Coker just makes that look a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, every time I think about Jalen Coker, and I just think about that like 90-yard touchdown he got.
Yeah,
in, like week 16 maybe.
I think that's when I was playing against him in fantasy, so
man.
I was sick to my stomach. But bro, he just cooks. Deep ball Coker.
Cooks indeed.
The next award is Value Rookie of the Year. But before we get to that, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Boom Fantasy.
Man, okay, LeBron hit my parlay. Let's get it.
Oh shit, he hit it?
Yeah, bro. Look at this.
I won $200. I tailed your parlay.
How the heck did you win $200?
I used Boom Fantasy. I used their pick and spin, spun the wheel, got 10 times my money.
Bro, you gotta hook me up.
If you use code RTP, you could get a risk-free bet up to $100. Let's get back to the video. All right, Value Rookie of the Year. The fan winner was Ladd McConkey.
Ladd McConkey. Okay.
The nominees were Ladd, Evan Williams, and Tyke Smith. I went with Ladd McConkey here too. I wanted to take a defensive guy because I thought it'd be like a little edgy, but Ladd McConkey, I just feel like had the biggest impact on a winning team this season. So
Yeah.
I went with Ladd.
Yeah. No, I would definitely say like out of all those nominees, he definitely had the best season. But when I look at Value Rookie of the Year, I look at, obviously the value you get in taking them in the draft. And Evan Williams was drafted in the 4th round.
Okay.
And, now he's a starter for a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very impactful right there. Not saying Ladd is impactful, but he was taken, in the beginning of the 2nd round.
Yeah.
So you
kind of cheating.
Yeah, so it's not really cheating, but it's like, he could have been picked in the 1st round.
Yeah, he was a first-round prospect. No one's drafting Evan Williams round 1.
Exactly. Yeah. So I got to roll with my boy Evan right there.
Another dude I wanted to show love to for this award is Bucky Irving, who I didn't throw on the ballot, but Bucky Irving had a great season for a playoff team too.
Yeah, for sure.
And same thing with Tyke Smith, honestly. They're all these guys were on playoff teams. I didn't even realize that. But it's kind of weird this year. I felt like I was looking for a quarterback, and there wasn't really a quarterback in the 2nd round on that like impact. Maybe Joe Milton, honestly, after week 18.
Yeah.
Week 18, Joe Mahomes.
1 week cook.
For real, he cooked.
Yeah.
Game of the Year is the next award. The nominees were Bills Rams, Commanders versus the Browns, was it? The Noah Brown Hail Mary game and the Isaiah Likely toe tap game week 1 versus the Chiefs.
There was the Commanders, it was Bears.
Bears, you're right. The fan voted winner was the Bills versus the Rams game, the game that finished 44-42. Makes sense, pretty obvious. Who did you take for this award?
Yeah, I mean, people love high-scoring games, and
Yeah.
I think all these games are high-scoring.
Yeah.
So I picked the Ravens and Chiefs. I feel like, when you think about the 2024-2025 season coming in, that's the game you think about. I think the way, the season started with that, it really just kicked it off with a bang.
That's true.
Kicked it off with a bang, for sure. And I think, if Isaiah Likely could have got those toes in, that would have been a crazy game, even crazier game to watch.
That made people dead ass think Isaiah Likely was gonna be a fantasy.
Yeah,
league winner.
literally. I think after that, everyone used all their fab on Likely.
Yeah,
So
they did.
It was
Overspent just for him to disappear after week 5.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh, facts. But I gotta pick the Ravens and Chiefs game. That was a great game.
Yeah, that was a fun watch for sure. That was one of those you're rooting against the Chiefs, and
Yeah.
you don't even know what you're gonna expect down the line because they ended up being 14-2 or whatever it was. But my game of the year, I actually went off ballot again. I took the Falcons versus the Eagles in week 3 when Drake London hit the walk-off touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know. That game just kind of like felt good. Like it felt good watching that game. It felt like, oh shit, like Kirk Cousins and the Falcons are gonna go on a real life run. Drake London finally has a quarterback. Like he's finally gonna ball. The Eagles lost, and then like it kind of all went to shit from there for the Falcons.
Yeah.
But it definitely was a fun watch in the moment.
Yeah, no, that was a really good game, and I also really liked the Falcons versus Bucks game.
Yes,
That was
yeah.
another one too that kind of an honorable mention for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I also really liked the Eagles versus Packers game as well, beginning of the season.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked Eagles Commanders like 2 or 3 weeks ago when Jaden Daniels threw for like 350.
Yeah.
Bucks versus Chiefs was a really good one.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of like very good games this season.
A lot of great games. It's been a great season.
Yeah, and then also like maybe the Commanders Jaden Daniels game wasn't game of the year, but that Noah Brown Hail Mary was definitely the play of the year. And I don't know why we didn't have an award for play of the year.
That's true.
But that was play of the year for sure, I think.
Book it.
Book it. A little makeshift award. Let's head over to the dirtiest play of the year. This was a good award too. The fan nominees were Aziz Al-Shaair hitting Trevor Lawrence. I forgot the dude's name, but he's twisted Justin Herbert's ankle.
Yeah.
And then Peyton Turner spitting on Devontae Smith while he was unconscious. Aziz Al-Shaair won the award. I felt like that was the most talked about one.
Yeah.
But my winner was the Peyton Turner spitting on Devontae Smith because
Has to
that
be
shit was
Peyton Turner.
crazy.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Dude, I don't know why, like, that's not as big as, like, it is. Like,
Uh-huh.
as big as Aziz, you know?
Yeah, no one's. I didn't remember it until you brought it up.
Yeah.
That shit was dirty.
Dude, that shit was crazy. And then he got concussed. Like, that shit was crazy. I think the whole game, too, like, it was, like, pretty bad for the Saints.
Uh-huh.
I was looking through the game, and the right tackle, like, got, like, a flag or something for, like, unnecessary roughness. Like, I guess he, like, pushed, like, Darius Slay into, like, the stands or whatever. Like, that game was just, like, dirty as hell for the Saints.
Dirty birds.
Yeah.
That was I think it was Nathan Shepard who twisted Justin Herbert's ankle.
yeah.
Was he a Saint too? Or am I tripping?
He sounds like a Saint, honestly.
I feel like he was a Saint.
Yeah,
Damn,
if you were a Saint before,
he's not even in the NFL anymore, bro. Oh, he's actually no, he's in the Saints. The Saints are the dirtiest team of the year.
yeah.
Officially.
It might be, yeah.
They have to be. I mean, I would be too if I wasn't playing for nothing. You know? And my quarterback was Spencer Rattler. But what was your winner for dirtiest play?
Payne Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Payne Turner, you know, just if you're spitting on an unconscious guy, like, dude, just laying on the floor, you got, like, no soul.
That's real. That's CTE,
Yeah,
bro.
no heart, man.
Devontae's perfect would even do that.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
CJ Gardner-Johnson called it the dirtiest play he's ever seen.
It had to be, bro. That shit was the Saints. Fuck the Saints this year.
Yeah.
For real. It's always been fuck the Saints, but definitely fuck the Saints this year. The final award, the most important award. We're looking at the least valuable player in the NFL. The nominees were Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, and Kirk Cousins. Is that correct? And was it Kirk there? I think Kirk was there.
Chris was there as well.
Because most disappointing, Kirk was a nominee. But that's a fucking fair ass vote. Because it was Tyreek, Jets D, and Stroud. But Aaron Rodgers, Kirk, and Dak, and the winner by the fans was Aaron Rodgers. There you go. Aaron Rodgers won an MVP, and now he's winning an LVP. Thank you. Take the award. I went with Aaron Rodgers as well.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible season from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Did you go with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I think this was a unanimous vote.
Wow. Unanimous MVP, unanimous LVP. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Only some people can do that, you know.
You know, that's why he's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT. He had 11 interceptions, second lowest QBR of his career when he plays a full game. He was so bad this season that dudes were comparing him to Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold and saying, like, the Jets had these guys. Like,
Dude, yeah.
oh, my God, that's bad.
That's ugly. That's ugly, man. I mean, going to the season, Rodgers was ranked, guess what? Top 10 going into the season.
Top 10?
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck no. Not by me.
Now he's ranked 30th.
Really?
Yeah.
In what? Just like PFF?
PFF and also a lot of these, like, you know, other like sports analysts.
Okay.
They put him like 29th, 30th. You know, it's really bad. He's ranked 27th on yards per throw and has a 63 completion percentage, which is 27th in the league as well.
Terrible.
It's been horrible, man.
That's a bad year, bro.
I think he's got to hang it up for sure, right?
He's got to. If he leaves the Jets, does he have a job somewhere else?
I don't think so. I don't know if any team would want that.
I don't know a team that it would make sense.
Yeah.
Like, why would the Raiders go after Aaron Rodgers when they're, like, young and not good? You know? Like, where's a team that Aaron Rodgers could go where it, like, they need a quarterback to, like, they're a quarterback away? Fuck, I just had a team in my head.
I don't.
Maybe the Giants, Browns. I could see him on the Browns. Browns, Giants, Saints, maybe. I could see him on the Saints. That fucking old-ass, shitty-ass team.
Senior citizen?
Senior citizen home Saints. If Stafford retires, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, my advice for you, Aaron Rodgers, you know, after, you know, getting the unanimous vote for LVP, I think this is a way to end your career, you know. I think this is a great way to do it.
I do too. You know what? The biggest lesson that I feel like the people and the kids at home should learn from this? Mm-hmm. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Stay away from ayahuasca. Stay away from all that bullshit, or else you win a unanimous least valuable player award from the Run the Play boys. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Hot
Seat
Pod. Brought to you by the Run the Play Network. Well, let them know what they need to do.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to run it, baby.
Boom.